Hey, my name is Shay from Shay Michelle Studios. I'm so excited to be here with you today and explore Grafix plastic films. This is a material that I have used for a long time, but this particular project that we're going to be working on has allowed me to explore it even further, to push it a little farther. You know we love that, and see what it can do, and I can't wait to share it with you. You know, when they approached me to collaborate with them, they allowed me to choose from their huge library of supplies. I would really encourage you to go check it out because they have so many neat and functional and different kind of things that you can add to what you already are doing. And I knew as soon as I looked at that what I wanted to work with. I had two things in mind. One was the Mixed Media Journal. I've already taken out of the package. I just was very excited about it. And we'll talk about what all of this stuff is. How cool is that? Of course I want an art journal. And then I wanted to work with shrink film. Talk about bringing you back to your 12-year-old self, right? Did you ever experiment with these? And I told them, I said, you know, I'm not sure if it will even work for what I'm thinking of, but I'd like to try it. And I'm happy to report that I think it's gonna blow the lid off of what we think is possible in our mixed media artwork. Very excited to experiment with this graphic film. You can already see, the shrink film, you can already see some of the cool little bits I have created here that we're gonna add to the art journal. And then they also sent me this artist tack. And this is adhesive, permanent dry adhesive like paper, and we're gonna use this to add on things into our journal as an adhesive. So I am very excited to experiment with you and learn alongside, teach you what I know, and let's go and experiment with these films. Okay, you ready for a flip through? Let me share with you what I learned, what worked, what I want to do differently, and let's take a look at the project. So as you know, I'm a mixed media artist, so I love to throw all the supplies at it, give it a really chunky, thick look, and it was really fun because I was able to do that in some ways that I already knew how to do and some ways that I was able to experiment with on the films. So the first thing, of course, you see is the cover front and back. It's a cardboard cover. I threw in all kinds of collage and paints and Inktense pencils. And here you can even see, do you see these right here? This is made from the shrink film. So much fun. I would really encourage you to experiment with this product. I have it here on the front page as well. Here and here, I actually have it throughout the journal. Super simple, look here. I wanna show you at how much, these are the letter stamps that I used, and how much they shrank. They are so fun. What I did is I got together with a couple of art friends and we spent a few hours experimenting and playing around. We pulled out all of our art materials and just went to town experimenting with what would work on these films. And it held a lot. There were a lot of things we could use on the films that still looked good. Very, very simple. I would encourage you just to play. Play around with stamps, markers, Stabilo pencils we found worked really well. And just take a piece of that film and just experiment. So for this, I just used the stamps and some ink. Here I used a permanent marker. I think here, these little leaves here are a Stabilo pencil. Follow the directions, very simple, very rewarding. They shrink down super fast, like in 2 or 3 minutes. So you can just churn them out, make something, create. 2 or 3 minutes, do it again and again and again. And it's a super fun, very quick, very rewarding process. They have the films come in white, matte, and clear, transparent. So those are all three give you a little bit of a different look. You can see here we've got a white background. Here we've got a clear background. So they do a few different things depending on the look you're going for. It's gonna bring you right back to your 12-year-old self. We had an absolute blast. We brought all these projects to try, and this was the one we landed on and loved the most. It was very, very fun. So when I created this book, I wanted to try to give it this layered look, right? And I did. I love the transparent layers. I didn't want to just use it like I might a piece of watercolor paper and cover it all the way, even though I love to work in lots of layers and textures. I wanted to keep the essence of the transparency there because otherwise, like, why work in film, you know? Or that was my viewpoint on it. So I love how it's this sort of hidden journey book, but I wish I would have been able to take it further, and I would have been able to do that if I planned it just a little bit differently. I still love how it turned out, but I think for future reference, that's what I would do. And create that hidden journey through the book layer by layer by layer. I would have loved to have done that. So that's gonna be my next project. But I still really love how it turned out. I wanted to do something that was around the theme of growth, with some floral motifs and that feeling of a English cottage garden jungle rainforest, even though those aren't all quite the same, but lush, layered, that sort of thing. So on here, I obviously used all of my supplies. So fun that you can put all of these supplies on an acrylic or on a plastic film and it takes it. And then I added in some transparent stickers, the shrink film pieces that I made, a little bit of book pages with modeling paste run through a stencil and just layered it up just like a garden. And then of course with my word in here, grow. This is on, you can tell, on a matte piece of Duralar, and here it's on a clear piece of Duralar. I just did a little bit of stenciling here at the bottom and the top. This is going to be something I might come back to. There are parts in this book that I think I will continue to add to. Did a little experimenting and it turned out, I just wanted to see what materials would work and it turned out kind of pretty. And I wanted to leave the page blank a little bit because obviously I wanted to be able, you know, I wanted that white background. I think I might add something more to the top and the bottom as time goes on. I loved this black page. It's such a saturated, beautiful black color. This is just a stamp with cream colored ink and it took the ink so well. And I loved this sort of ghosty pattern design that I was able to create on the black paper, the black plastic, and then the black Duralar. And then the beautiful butterfly that just really pops there. And I think it's so pretty too to have the slick black Duralar next to kind of a vintagey newspaper type texture of the butterfly. And then of course we've got like a little fabric piece down here that brings in even more texture and softness and whimsy to the page. Flipping through, okay, look, I love this page. This might be one of my favorites. I'm gonna let you see it right here. Look at this, isn't this so cool? This is made special for watercolor, for water media, and it comes right in the Mixed Media Journal pack. There's 2 pages like this. This was so fun to put down watercolor flowers and see how the watercolors reacted to the plastic, different than watercolor paper, and very, very fun to use. I could see myself creating all kinds of patterns and designs on a page like this and utilizing it with other work, creating, you know, like that layered, textured look. I love that intrigue of the see-through element. And then I just have a little bit of white acrylic paint to give it a little bit of a design. I was careful to leave this page a little bit blank because I wanted to be able to see through and be able to see this floral motif. So I used some inks here. This was an old piece of artwork that I made, and I made a little flip down, and I want to put something in here, maybe a saying or a little floral design right here, and create a little peekaboo piece on the page. And then of course I have another black page. I just love the saturation of the black. You can see here, here's another bit of that shrink film, and here's the original. Just a stamp, super simple, easy to use, super rewarding. And ready, set, grow, again with the little pieces of fabric trim, little floral fabric piece, and I think it sets the page up nicely. And I still have a few blank pages here at the end that I can experiment with, and finally the back cover. So I loved creating this project. I hope you enjoyed playing along. I would really encourage you to go check out Grafix films, plastic films. They are so fun. If you've never used them before, go grab you some, because they are a great little addition to your mixed media art closet. Thanks for meeting me here today. My name is Shay from Shay Michelle Studios, and I can't wait to catch up with you later. I create art classes that feel like a spa for your creative soul. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.